Egypt's economy has been fluctuating for some time. Today you will see that it goes up, then tomorrow you will see that it is down, but not the down horrible part. Egypt is in fact shaky, and I want to dive into their situations, be it bad or good. So in this video, I will explore whether Egypt is on the cusp of a renaissance or if its immense potential is once again being wasted. As millions of tourists return to its ancient sites and its leaders champion climate action, Egypt is viewed as a crossroad between a prosperous green future and the grip of continuous economic challenges. You have to know that Egypt is crowned as one of the world's most glorious civilizations. That means the way they set the standard is damn good. Egypt's modern story is a tale of how people should make the country look like to at least some certain level and meet the extreme good part. In 2025, its hotels are overflowing with visitors and its environment minister is a global voice on climate. The overflowing hotels and the other goody parts are wonderful to view, but they are still facing tiny problems. Like I said, they are tiny. Though the World Bank itself classifies Egypt as a lower middle income country grappling with substantial public debt and external pressures. Recently, if you dare book a hotel in Sharm el-Sheikh or Hurghada, you already know that Egyptian tourism is not just back, they are smashing records after records. Since the beginning of 2025, the country has seen a 23 to 24% increase in international arrivals, with popular Red Sea destinations nearly fully sold out during peak weeks. Let me tell you something about the Red Sea tourism. It's a booming market for tourists. The Red Sea in the Bible that they taught us in the church, that is the Red Sea many people are visiting week after week in Egypt. Egypt's numbers are staggering and off the roof. By mid-2025, Egypt had welcomed 8.7 million tourists, putting it on track for its busiest year they have ever encountered, and for me is a wonderful thing to know. The World Travel and Tourism Council (WTTC) reports that the sector's contribution to the national economy hit a record 1.4 trillion Egyptian pounds in 2024, accounting for 8.5% of GDP, with 2025 projected to be stronger by the end of the year. This powerful rise is a testimony that tourism can make a country's economy great. 2.7 million jobs were established in 2024, and once December of this year comes, 2.9 jobs had already been established. Egypt's massive growth isn't just sun or sand. Their long-awaited Grand Egyptian Museum is finally opening its doors in November 2025. The museum is located near the pyramids of Giza. It will house over 100,000 artifacts, and it is expected to extend the average tourist day in Cairo. I love their ideology in making Egypt a better place because it will yet again provide a sustained boost to their economy. As you can see, their international visitor spending for 2024 was 726.9 billion Egyptian pounds, but by the end of this year, it will reach or even exceed 768.2 billion Egyptian pounds. This gap is not much, but it still counts for something. Anyway, let's continue with the video. Parallel to its tourism revival, Egypt is making a concerted effort to brand itself as a leader in environmental sustainability. They are not trying in any way to make any publicity stunt, but it has been backed by tangible projects, particularly in the iconic tourist city of Sharm el-Sheikh. Under the Green Sharm el-Sheikh project, the city is being transformed into a model of green urbanism. I am going to list out just two of their solid initiatives. Number one is solar panel integration. Installing solar panels at the key locations like the airport, which they installed a 280 kilowatt shed, public schools, and the Monte Carlo Hotel, which has an 800 kilowatt station. This first initiative was good so as to promote renewable energy. The second one was infrastructure upgrade. They had to convert their street lights to energy-saving LED technology. They also installed medical waste treatment units in hospitals. I have read that their hospitals in Egypt have slightly improved since they added this second initiative. They are in fact thinking ahead and for the betterment of their citizens. As Environment Minister Hasmin Fuad said, these efforts aim to make environmental investment a reality, supporting the economy and development. Her prominent role as the Executive Secretary of the United Nations Convention to combat desertification further showcases that Egypt means business and they have an ambition to be a key voice for the Global South on climate issues. Well, we have talked about the good side, which are the bright spots, but allow me to flip the coin for you. The Egyptian economy remains on a shaky ground despite their high standard tourism. The World Bank has already outlined a reality check for the Egyptians. The country is pursuing stabilization reforms, while external accounts remains under pressure. Let me point out three key challenges for you. The first one is high public debt. The government's debt to GDP ratio is a big concern for Egypt. Their budget deficit is expected to rise to 7.2% of GDP in FY25. 7.2% is not as high as Uganda, Gambia, Zimbabwe, and Zambia GDP, but it is still high for a country that is doing well in tourism. The second one is external pressures. The country faces substantial external financing requirements, a widened current account deficit due to high gas imports, and a sluggish recovery of Suez Canal receipts. The way gas is imported in Egypt is way too high. Everyone needs gas to do some basic things at home, but if Egypt can reduce the gas importation and find different means to produce and refine their gas in their own country, it will definitely help them and their budget deficit will absolutely come down. The third one is inflation. When January of 2024 came around, Egypt had 24% inflation. But as of late, which we will soon reach December 2025, their inflation has fallen to 12%. But over the past years, inflation has been a severe burden on the ordinary Egyptians. It is better now since it's just 12%, but I believe Egypt can do better than this. These micro-level issues are seen in the daily struggle for the common Egyptian and it still indicates that the windfall from tourism and flashy green projects have not fully cured the economic sickness. Egypt's potential to be one of the best African countries is still on track. On one front, a modern, green and tourist-friendly nation is struggling to be born, powered by record revenues and global environmental leadership. On the other hand, the stubborn ghost of economic mismanagement and global instability refuse to retreat in Egypt, and it has tied their hands. For the layman watching this drama unfold, the signs of hope are real as the headlines of crisis. The path Egypt chooses next, whether it can consolidate its successes to build a stable and prosperous future for all its people, is possible. Otherwise, they will go the wrong path. This will determine if this chapter becomes a tale of triumph or another story of half-promise and unfulfillment. The world, once drawn to its ancient pyramids, now watches to see if Egypt can shake other African governments to sit up and do the needful.